Okay, Sayusla, it's my absolute pleasure to be interviewing Mrs. Kelly Joslin, our Sayusla High School future success teacher. So thank you so much, Kelly, for inviting me into your space. Do you want to start out by telling us just about how many years you've been in education, like maybe the other places that you've worked, and then how long you've been here in Sayusla?
Sure. Well, I'm from California. I taught English to eighth graders and Avid to seventh and eighth graders for 15 years in California. And then I came here. My husband wanted to retire. He's from Oregon, and so moved up here. And I got to work right away because I couldn't stay retired. And so I've been here now 4 years. This is my second year teaching at the high school. And many of you might remember me from subbing, both for science in eighth grade and then also for sixth grade math and science.
Okay, so speaking of that, you've worked now in both the middle school and the high school. Transition years in academics are so important.
They really are.
And you've worked a lot throughout your career in transition years. Do you want to talk about that, transitioning kids from middle school to high school, or any other, academic points?
Sure. Well, being used to teaching at a middle school, and I taught eighth graders for many years, so I was really all about helping the students transition from eighth grade to high school. And so when this position opened up for me, it was just a fantastic and exciting position for me to be in, because I have so much experience in dealing with transitions. And so talking to all of the kiddos that come to me now as brand new freshmen, that's what this class is about, is what classes do you need to take, and what kind of a student do you need to be at high school, because high school is a lot different than middle school. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's important for me to share my knowledge, my years of experience in transitioning and helping the kids to know what they need to do to be successful and to become who it is they want to become.
Yeah. And so the middle school uses AVID. High school curriculum is kind of based on some AVID principles. Do you want to just share a little bit about the AVID program, just for anyone who's not familiar with it?
Sure. The AVID program, which I taught for many years in California, is really for the student who wants to get to college, who really wants to do something big with their life, but maybe people at home don't know about college. They're the first in their family to go to college, or they are a good student and they just really want somebody to help them. What classes should I take, and what should I take notes on, and how should I take notes, and just really trying to get those kiddos who are really focused on education beyond high school, get them to that next point. So AVID's a great program also for being organized. And I know organization is a skill that a lot of us need help on, me also. But being organized is a big part of AVID, and also being determined to just be the best that you can be.
Okay, all right. So, I always love the phrase in education, what's good for some is good for all. Right?
Absolutely. AVID is nothing but good strategies.
Yeah.
And that's what is great about AVID. It's really for everybody.
Yeah.
And because of my experience with AVID, when I teach this future success class, of course, AVID strategies, we use them every day.
Yeah, it's just infused. It's infused in who you are as an educator.
It really is. It really is, because my goal is to help the kids have a vision for their future if they don't have one, and to show them what's available and how to get there.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a lot of times what people need. They just need to set a goal, and they need help with the steps.
Yeah,
like stepping their way out to that goal.
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, how about, do you want to describe what our incoming freshmen can expect in future success class? Because you have a huge
I have a big list here, guys. I do.
Yes.
The amount of information that I cover is really crazy. So we start out the school year with, okay, how is high school different than middle school? And how do we learn to be successful in high school? And what are the steps we need to take for that? Mm-hmm. And so we'll talk a lot about schoolwork. We'll talk about procrastination. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about organization, making sure that you have the right classes, and a lot of expectations. And then I'll go into how to take notes, and when do you take notes, and how to study for tests. And some of you are probably thinking, oh, I know all of that stuff already. Well, that's just the beginning. I'd like to focus a lot on what is your passion? What are you passionate about? What could you possibly do when you get out of high school that could really channel those passions and make you a very successful adult. And so the focus is passion and success. And then we talk a lot about career choices and education beyond high school. Maybe you want to be a welder and you want to be really good at it. You've got to go to trade school to get that skill. Or you want to be a doctor, or whatever it is that you want to be, it's helping you figure out, well, what classes in high school should I be taking to make sure I'm on the right track? And what happens if I change my mind and I want to do something different? So I help with that. I will teach you about how to handle your checking account and money.
That's super important. That's something that we don't focus on enough is financial literacy.
Banking. I have a whole unit on
Yes.
banking to help everybody understand taxes and
That's awesome.
Yes, yeah, and so that's a lot of fun. The kids enjoy that. For the most part, the students get a lot of information from that. I will have everybody practicing a little bit of cursive because we have to sign driver's license and we have to sign checks and we have to
It's
sign
like a lost
things.
art there.
It is. So, and then we end up the year pretty much with interviewing, resumes,
Okay.
job interviews, anything to do with employment beyond high school. And so it's really a life skills kind of a class. And it's, and I review all the time to make sure that everybody's feeling comfortable with whatever it is that they need to learn. And of course, with it being future success, one of my big goals is to make sure that everybody's passing all their classes with C's or better. And so I do offer some study hall time to give them some time.
I see your emails because you'll email the staff like, how
Yeah.
can I support your freshmen? Let me know what assignments are missing.
Yes.
Like, add me to your Google Classrooms. Like that in and of itself
Yeah.
is a huge benefit to the entire campus.
It really
The
helps
whole student body and staff.
Yes. I get thank yous from teachers all the time. Hey, I'm glad they're getting their work turned in. And we will spend some time in here working collaboratively with study buddies so that we can actually get our assignments done, our projects. And so I do offer a lot of time on that as well because we really talk about academic achievement. And that's important. And we want to make sure that all students have an opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, and oftentimes, I guess, during a transition year, students just need to know that someone cares about them and they need a little warm, demanding love. So they need to know someone cares and they need to know
Right.
that someone's looking and watching
Right.
to help ensure that they're successful. So it's great. They've got another eyes on all of their class grades. That's
Yes,
amazing.
we look at our grades on a weekly basis. We reflect on them. I talk a lot about character education as well because it's important. You know, I'm educating the whole person. You know, so we really focus on that and working together as a team so that we all can help each other be successful. It's very rewarding when everybody in class has grades of C's or better and feels good about what they're doing in school. So it's awesome.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share with our viewing audience before we take a tour of your room? Because you have a very lovely, warm, inviting, creative room.
My room, I hope, is a home away from home for kiddos.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to give you a tour. I think my final thoughts would be, and this is to, anybody that's in high school now or coming to see me next year because all freshmen will have me. Yay. Is anybody can come and see me anytime, and I'm here to help in any way that I can. I'm very knowledgeable. I've been in education a long time. I'm a professional student. I know how to do just about everything when it comes to school, and so if you have any questions about education beyond high school, or hey, what do I do with this grade, or hey, can you hang out with me for an hour after school tomorrow and help me with this assignment? I'm willing to do all of those things. So just stop by and see me. I'm in room 31. Can't miss me.
Well, and you were just saying too that your previous students are always in your classroom.
They're always in my room. I get to see last year's freshman group all the time, and it was great knowing them in 8th grade, and that made it really kind of like their home away from home for the most part last year. And actually some of the 8th graders this year had me. I was as a substitute for math online for Mrs. Decker, and so I've been around a few years. I know quite a few of the students, and so it really is nice when you're going and transitioning to a new school to have a familiar face.
Yes, it is. It makes makes all the difference in the world.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
All right. So
Anyway,
should we take a little tour?
Let's take a tour. So you've already seen my fantastic tree. We're going to be painting ornaments, and everybody gets to take one home. Which
Okay,
I love.
now, sorry, I just interrupted you, but I'm now seeing your cursive.
Oh yeah,
up
we got
there.
cursive. Yes, absolutely cursive. So,
But you're painting ornaments.
painting ornaments, and they will be taken home. If the kiddos want to take them home, they can. We'll be doing that next week. I am from the 60s, and so I love to play music, and everybody loves music. So I have a record player. I will feed you. I've got some goldfish here. This is kind of my, I like to drink hot tea, and of course, got to have a lava lamp.
Yeah.
And so
I love that you have a record player. I always set out old tech in our libraries, and anytime I put a record player out, I will have to just sit there all day long and teach students how to play a record. It's like a lost art form, and it's so cool.
It is, and I have several students that are in charge of it, depending on the period, so that they can take care of business for me.
That's awesome.
This is an area that we cover up because we've got all of the art from Mrs. Savigis will be putting
on the
art
other side.
projects out. And this is my area here, where I have my All About Me and
that's
my
always
family and my hangout section. And these are some pictures of, yes, my grandkiddos and my boys and my husband.
I notice a lot of like motivational signage. Language is power.
Yeah,
so.
language is power. We'll write for food, freedom of speech. You know, of course, I'm an English teacher, so that's at trade. So that's how I was for many years in my room. Lots of character traits that you will notice throughout my room. Some more good old cursive.
What is this all about here? I see lots of pictures.
So, what is your passion? And I have so many students, I had to move passion pictures over here. So throughout the school year, we do this at the beginning of the year so that we can think about, well, what is the reason I want to be successful in school? Why is it so important? And if you can think about what you are passionate about, what brings you joy and happiness, and then add classes to that for school, then you could become whoever and whatever it is you want to in life and achieve your dreams. So we focus on passion. And we also focus on success, of course. And so this would be taking pride in our success. And what is success to us? Because every person's success is different.
Right.
So we do this at the beginning of the year, and we will focus on being successful throughout the year. So that's part of this. So visualizing our success. And right now we're working on fantastic research for our career. That we might choose on our passion, connecting that, and so we're doing some research on that right here. Here it would be our class agenda, and this is super important because this middle area here are what are the assignments going on for all the freshmen in all their classes that are due. So projects, tests. Hey, let's take a break today. I won't teach anything today. Let's just sit and study for a test.
Oh my gosh.
Or let's write an essay.
As a former English teacher as well, I love, and you're a former English teacher, I love that you're supporting the students in their essay writing. Because that's oftentimes one of the most challenging things for students is research essay writing.
Writing essays can be tough, and so being an English teacher, I'm that extra help for that.
And all the English teachers love you for it, I'm sure.
I hope so. And then, of course, you notice my cool lights.
Yes.
And so I love to just have a little bit of fun. I need more of these cool lights, actually. But
sets the tone for the room, doesn't it?
It really does. And then you'll notice here, this is an important question. Ask yourself, would you be hired or fired today? Because school is your job, and we have to try and work at it every day. Some days are tough, but we still want to focus on that. And my responsibility is the word for the month. So, and then again, this class is all about success.
Yeah.
And so, it takes a lot of hard work. And so we really talk about it, and we work, and it's okay if we don't do well one day, as long as we keep trying.
I love that failure and risks is on there. I love the phrase fail forward. I'm a firm believer in failing forward.
Yeah, and I had famous failure pictures right over there. So absolutely, I think it's an important part of who we are. Okay. Anyway, well, that's a tour of my room, everybody. I think I look forward to seeing the 8th graders next year that will be freshmen. And I also look forward to meeting anybody that wants to stop by and say hello. And if you need any help, I'm here for you.
Okay, well, you are a gift to the school.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
bye.
Bye.